you a lot of explanations. Well, I don't, I don't owe you anything, and you don't owe me anything. But I still feel like you know I like to talk. Here I am rambling, but I like to talk to you and like to tell you about whatever happens. So I just wanted to make sure that we have enough time for us to properly talk and catch up and stuff. So that's why I picked two today. And I think we're going to start with the Comfy Patterns book, and then we're going to keep going with the Garden Corner afterwards. So I'm going to put the Garden Corners away. They're very similar of what I've chosen, but you'll see in just a second. I've kind of gone with the theme, and the theme is basically like, okay, this is garden, so it's basically gardening. I've made myself a bit of a complication here because right where I put the stuff, it's like my table, like my desk. But because it's so messy in front of me, I have to like go behind my coffee and whatever. Why am I nervous? Why am I nervous talking to you right now? I have this right here. I have this right here. You know the drill. And on the side we have the Oahu markers, the Honolulu series, the 120 colors. Okay. Would you believe, by the way, in one of my older videos when I used to have only 90 of them, which by the way, these are like super expensive. This is like $100 for 120. That's expensive, okay? And even when I bought these, I was like, I need to justify that I'll use them before I buy them because it's a lot of money. But anyway, when one of those older videos, I got a comment once that was basically like, oh my god, only 90, I have like the 200 whatever, and I was like, what is this? Third grade, like we're flexing on one another. There's no reason for me to flex on you, and vice versa. Like, sure, I could buy that too, but like, why would I want to spend that money? I don't know. I thought it was silly when I read it the first time. I was just like, did this person really just say this to me right now? It's posting about like, I don't know, unnecessary stuff, I guess. These are all the colors that we have available for us today. I am filming this around like 3 p.m. right now, so I just thought the lighting was really nice. But if that bothers you, then I apologize. It's gonna move very, very quickly, so it's gonna go away. See, I'm being all nice and shit. I'm apologizing to you. No, I'm kidding. So we're gonna start with the Comfy Patterns Bold and Easy Coloring Book. We've done this before a couple of times. I haven't done it in a while just because I've been obsessed with the other books that I've bought. And I have marked the page that we're gonna do in a shade of blue. Blue highlight, I guess. I never fill out who this book belongs to. I don't know why. I think we did this together on camera. It might have been around, I don't know when. I think I did this on camera or off camera, I don't remember. I didn't really like it. I remember I not liking it. Oh, and I know I did this on camera. But this is the one that I thought we would do together today. And what I want to do is a little bit different from what I usually do, which is for each of the leaves I would normally pick like a different green color, yada yada. I don't want to do that. I want to be like very not monochromatic. Well, is monochromatic the word that I want to choose? I think so. But basically pick a green and attach that green to the leaves. There's only like 3, I guess. But even for the flowers, I don't want them to have like, I don't know, we'll see. But we have different vases, different flowers, different flower pots, I guess. I do not know the correct way to refer to these, so I'm gonna go with flowers and plants. Let me make sure that you're seeing this pretty well. Okay, I think that should be fine. So I think how we should do it is start like left to right. Start with this, end up here. Start with this, end up here. Starting with the top right. I feel like, so like I said, these will be green. Only one shade of green, so let's start with that. I always pick either GY2 or GY1, but to be honest, I'm going to pick GY7, and that is because I want to be different right now, so GY7 for that. And then for the vase itself, or for the flower pot, I don't know how to refer to that. Why don't we make it we make it that light as well. I haven't colored in such a long time, so I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm a little bit out of it, I guess. What will go well with it? I know I said light color, but now I'm leaning toward coral pink. Of course I am. Maybe something like R23. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna put this aside. Let's start with the petals. Let's see how that goes. Because then maybe I'll change my mind halfway through. I don't know. Okay, so what has been going on? In my last video, I told you a little bit about that on March, or was it April? Oh, April 3rd, I got my implants. Which, if you don't know, implants are basically just screws that you drill into your head, into your skull or whatever. And they, later on, you just screw on the tooth. For me, it's my canines. That's where both of my implants are. And let me tell you, I was not prepared for that at all. The amount of pain. Two, it was only 30 minutes, so 15 minutes per implant. But I had to get Novocaine, which is basically the numbing syringe or the numbing agent that they use so that you don't feel anything. I had to get that redone so many times because I could weirdly feel it. And if you're squeamish right now, I'm just gonna stop there and not feel. I wasn't in pain, I'll say this, but I could feel the pressure, and I could feel both the times the drill went up my head. I felt the drill and I felt my head shaking. It was such a weird, like, surreal moment. I'm not gonna lie to you, PP7 is really talking to me right now. Yeah, it was such a surreal moment, and it was a moment that, I don't know, man. By the end, and I mean, like, by the end of it, all they gave me was basically just Tylenol, and they told me to be on my merry way. Maybe PP7 and PP3. I feel like these two, for some reason, are speaking to me like Easter colors. Oh yeah, and Easter happened last month. This month, well, not this month, but this year, both Easters, the Catholic Easter and the Greek Orthodox Easter, fell on the same day. So that was interesting because I celebrate Greek Orthodox Easter, but my partner celebrates the Catholic one. Yeah, but not that really matters. I'm an atheist at the end of the day, but that was sort of fun. I like when that happens, when like both Easters are in the same day, but at the same time it's such an inconvenience because it's just like, I don't know, I don't want to celebrate just going from one place to the other, I guess. But anyway, on the implant thing, let me tell you something more, okay? This shit is not cheap. Like, if you get implants done, it is not going to be cheap whatsoever. With or without insurance. I think my insurance was basically like, oh, you don't really need it, so you're gonna pay most of it out of pocket. And what most of it out of pocket means is for $5,000. So there's that. And by the way, like I said before, this is just the screws, not the teeth. The teeth are a separate charge that you get charged after when you go to your dentist. So if you ever plan on getting implants, at least in the US, just, consider your choices wisely and make your choices wisely. That's all I'm gonna say to that. But basically, after the implants were done, one of my teeth was throbbing. Okay, I just read it. It's fine. One of my teeth was really throbbing, like in pain. And when my brother was driving me home, I'm so surprised I didn't like cry the whole time. I'm actually really proud of myself, but yeah, I'm very surprised. For this one, it's like telling me it wants to be a dark color, so I'm gonna go with G2 for the not GY2, G2. Okay, G2 for the leaves, and then you always know the middle part of this. I always do yellow. I don't know. That's what I've always done ever since I was a kid. And for used Y2. So I used Y2 for that. I don't know if I really like that, but we're just gonna, yeah, just ignore that. And then I kind of want that to be pink, to be honest, because something has to be pink here. So I'm gonna go with R1 as soon as I find it. Yep, found it. Okay, so R1 for the colors, and then for the flower pot itself, I actually don't know what it should be. Maybe something like, I don't know. I feel like this is gonna be our test subject for today. Like Y10 is sort of speaking to me, which is basically the apricot. And why don't we do Y4 and Y10? Do you think that's gonna be enough of a difference? I think so. I don't know why I'm choosing these colors, but let's see how it turns out. But anyway, yeah, I did not cry. Well, I'm very proud of myself for that. But I was indeed not having a good time. The whole day, what I did, I took it off of work because I got it on a Thursday, and then on the Friday, April 4th, I felt better. But on April 3rd, right after when I got home, I basically couldn't even walk because I could feel the pain. I mean, it was insane. I wasn't prepared for how much like in pain I was going to be, and I don't know what could have prepared me. It's not like, I don't know. I just, every time I think about it, I'm like, just feel like everybody has different pain tolerances, I guess. So yeah. Or should this be brown? This is like screaming brown, actually. Maybe just, okay, so I'm gonna do Y10 for this up, and then these two I'm just gonna do brown. And then you're so limited on the food, like to this day. So it takes 3 months, like 8, 10 weeks, 10 plus weeks for them to heal properly. Which brown should I do? Maybe like BR2. You know I love a good BR2. Where's BR2? BR2, 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 BR2. Yeah, I think these two should work. What was I saying? Let me try to remember what I was trying to say. Yeah, so on food. Yeah, extremely limited. I mean, you can only have soft foods, and I was told, because they're my canines, I was told to avoid biting with my front teeth for at least 8 more weeks. So what that means is no sandwiches for me. Which it's a struggle in itself. I am not particularly happy. It limits me a lot on what I can eat, and I don't know, I that as well, I wasn't prepared. I was prepared for it right afterwards when they told me to not eat anything hot or spicy for a couple of days, and you know, to just let them heal properly. Again, I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know what's going on. But we're just gonna keep going and see if we can figure it out. They're all gonna be on the same side, because I don't know how shading works. There we go. We use G2, right? I put it back because I'm so smart. And no, yeah, I found it. There we go. So the problem when you do shading is that this has to be not wet. It has to be dry. Not wet. There you go. English is also leaving me, so it has to be dry for it to stick. Because look here, what happened? This was not properly dry, and you can barely see it. I think it was PP7, so let me go over it, and then you'll be able to see that after it's gonna stick now, just because it's dry. And I think this was P3 that we used, so I'm just gonna redo P3 as well. There you go. So I'm not really sure these two are like 100% dries, but I'm just gonna keep going with it and just hope for the best, I guess. that you would have signed up for in the first place. That's basically what happened. And I was just so ready to quit the entire time. So those the 2 weeks after that, I was just like, every time I was just so drained from work that I was just ready to give up. And these are screaming yellow, but not this type of yellow. I want like white one yellow. Yeah, white one yellow for the stars. And wait, for doing that for the stars, then I kind of want it to be like a dark blue. So PB3, right? Yeah, PB3. It's screaming to me. Where is it? It's screaming to me because I can't freaking find it. How about that? PB3, PB3. I found PB1, PB2, PB7, PB6, PB5, PB4. You would think PB3 is right there. Oh, it was right there. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. She's just a little challenged. And maybe if we did that, the sky blue PB1. Yeah, great. And then okay, let's do that. So now I'm gonna start with the pot and then go from up there. To see how that goes. Let's start with the stars just because I really like them. Then I'm gonna make the inside of the flowers like that little dot. I'm gonna make it this shade of yellow too. Yeah, I was so fed up at work that I even just like every time I just felt like, unfortunately I was working with a higher up, so like the president of my team or whatever, yeah, right. And I was just convinced I was getting these pings. By pings I mean like on Microsoft Teams when someone reaches out to, it's just PB1, yeah, when someone reaches out to you to when they're texting you, that's what they refer to as pings. But I was getting pinged by this woman at freaking 8 a.m. being like, hey, can you jump in and fix this thing on this slide? And then I was just like, and the thing on the slide was basically something that, you know, if she was competent enough, she could handle it herself. If somehow my company finds it, it's all a joke. It's all a joke. No, I'm kidding. Anyway. So I was just fed up. I just felt like, you know, for damn well these higher ups get paid a certain amount of money that doesn't make any sense. And basically I kept thinking about it and I was just like, okay, there's no reason for you to get paid that amount of money. Like, you don't even know how to do a basic task and you're telling me, I don't know, man. Yeah. I'm also unhappy because this year they've yet to give any raises, and usually they're very good about that, but they haven't done that at all. And it's like May now at this point, and we already had our performance reviews. And basically, when you enter the real world, right after you have your performance review, usually what happens is that you also get raised, or you know, they have to compensate you accordingly. But nothing happened, so I'm also losing my mind about that. Anyway, you're trying to relax here and I'm bringing real life into this mess. What should this be? Have I used GY2 yet? No, so you know what? Let's use GY2. I'm just gonna stop. Or was this GY2? No, it wasn't. It was GY7. Thank you for reminding me, babe. You're so sweet. Okay, this might be my favorite right now that we've done. Yeah, it's definitely my favorite. Yeah. But then what color should and by the way, this is not leaking because of me, it's leaking, well, probably because of me, but the lines were not thick enough for it to, like, you know, so it penetrated, it bled. I think you have to use a certain amount of like caution, and I didn't, so technically it is my fault. Whatever. You know what, I have an idea. Why don't we make these green? How about that? Like a GY172. No? Okay. If you don't want that, you don't want that. That's fine. But then what color should we make them purple? A type of purple. Like 2 types of purple, you think? Because I'm vibing with that. Maybe like an R11, which is called mauve shadow, whatever the hell that means. R11 mauve shadow. this, I'm going to put some pressure because it has a stronger tip than the other one. The other one I might have used more apparently. Great. Now that's perfect. Okay, so now let's go fix these stars. But where the? I don't know. Let's do this. You know what? Why don't we? There we go. That is not a shadow. I know. I just like the way that it looked. Yeah, I don't know if I like the way that it looked now that I look about it. Not now that I look at it, but it's fine. It's fine. My colors, you can't see it, but my colors on the side are a little bit jacked up right now, and I feel like I've been putting my colors in the wrong spots. So I'm moving some. Okay. What's now? The blue. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the blue right here. Light pressure, and then the blue up top. Just as light of a pressure. Okay. And now the main blue. The main blue, maybe we do it around the stars. Oh, I like that. Okay, and then maybe one at the top right here. Okay, that's great. And then do you think the leaves are dry enough? I'm hoping so because they don't, you know. Okay, great. And then let's do wrong side, babe. Let's do that. Let me move this out of your way, okay? There we go. I was blocking that the whole time, maybe because I hate it so much. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. I don't like it. You think that's a shadow? If you close your eyes and you squint really hard, then it's a shadow. There we go. Awesome. So done with that. Now this, we might make an exception for the rule of using only one, because it has too many. But at the same time, should we make an exception? You know what? No, we shouldn't. I really want to use PG2. It's like a deep green. Okay, hear me out. Let's use PG2 for all of them. Deep green. But then for this one, we do like a vibrant color. You're probably already hating it. I rarely use RP1, and I feel like if there's time to use RP1, it should be now. Look at that. Do you think that looks good? I can hear you, and I hear you say yes. You probably are like, oh no, I said no several times. But like, look at that. I mean, come on. It may be like, what do we, a red? How about a red? Like R3, okay? It's either gonna look the best or it's gonna look the worst. Me foreshadowing. Okay, you know, there is a way we can test this out, okay? We can test it out on the scrap paper that we have right underneath it. How about that? Okay. I love this. I feel like we should use RP1 regardless. But then whether it goes with the red or not. Okay. I mean, no. It does not. Okay. What about if it doesn't go with this vibrant red? What about a deep shade of red? Like R8. Let's try that, okay? Yeah, okay. There we go. See, when we work together, we come to a compromise, you and I. Ugh, I just love how dark this is. Such a beautiful shade. Yeah, taken out of context, that does sound bad, but you know what? Don't take it out of context. Anyway, and then, so 2 weeks I was very busy, and then there leaves 1 week where you're like, okay, so the math is not adding up. What happened the other week? I froze and I couldn't film. I was very anxious. And honestly, like, I don't know, I got in my head a lot, and then I was like, oh my god, maybe you're mad at me, maybe, you don't want me to post anymore, so I don't, I don't know. I obviously know you're not mad at me. You actually have given me plenty of time to just rest and come back to you. So it's all my anxiety speaking. And mentally wise, I've been having a rough time in general. You know what? This video, Jesus Christ, I sound like I'm fine, Hearing myself back, it's like a struggle bus over here, struggle train, whatever the hell that saying is. I am literally fine. I'm okay now. Well, because I'm with you, obviously, but I'm okay now. Today's Friday. I took it off of work. I needed a day off. All my affairs are being taken care of. I sound like a mafia boss or something. I don't know. But, it's beautiful weather outside. I am gonna go out with a friend tonight that I haven't seen in a while, and I'm also shitting myself about that because this is like the type of friend that, okay, tell me that doesn't look good. Tell me that doesn't look good, okay? You can't tell me that doesn't look good. Let me finish. Yeah, this friend used to be one of my roommates in college, and I haven't seen her in a while, so I'm really like anxious about it. Okay. No, I did not have a stroke or a seizure. I'm fine. I just think this works. And I think what makes it work is that red, Good thinking to tell me to try a different red. Good thinking. Okay. Let's make these shadows. I am actually happy we used only one color for this. I don't know. I think it works well. Now, do we think that the red is dry enough? Maybe if we, fan it. I just want something like this. One swoop here. Right? One swoop. I'm not gonna do anything to those top and bottom, meaning like this and this. And then maybe we do one swoop here. I know for a fact this is not dry enough. And then one swoop here, okay? One swoop here. And I'm gonna leave that be. But obviously, you're like, okay, but why are you anxious about that? It's because long history, and there's a lot there, and whatnot. I do not think I like the design of this, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Opinions can be had. You know what? I've never used. I don't think we should use it because I think it's gonna turn out ugly if I use it. But I've never used GY8 and GY42. And purely because they're so ugly colors, I'm sorry, what are you? Do you see it? It's this color right here. If you have your eyes closed, keep it closed. Okay, let me describe it to you. It's like vomit green. Vomit green. Or you know what, GY42, and we're gonna get very close right now, but GY42 reminds me when you've had a stomach ache, and then, you take a poop, but your poop is, not the right consistency, not, when it's, between being too soft, but also, not hard enough, that weird space where it's just, always so uncomfortable, and you go wipe, and it's, a weird shade of green. That's what that is. And we just got way too close, but you know what, this is what this is here for. That's what I'm doing this one. I'm joking. I'm not joking, Okay, let's finish this up so we can go to the other one. And the birds in the background, I swear to God, they're real. They're real. I actually kind of like them, I'm lost as to what these could be. Are these I don't know. Maybe we just make them a color, I guess. Let's make them. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make them. Why don't we make them orange? Y3 orange. Let's make them orange. Make that orange, yeah. And then, what color should the face be? But whatever. I was gonna do it all gray, but then it doesn't. You know what? Maybe we make it green, just because I just have no clue what else to do with it. Okay, so we did that orange. That doesn't look like orange. If I'm being oh, because I picked the wrong one. Okay, so this is not Y3. This is Y5, blood orange. No, actually rouge orange. Oh, that makes sense. I was like, this just does not look like orange. Okay, well, that's the color we chose. It was intended all along. I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. Okay, and then what shade of green do we do? Oh, you know what? I rarely use G5 because it's a color to me that I just don't know how to use it. It's called a turquoise ink blue, and it's made by people who hate immigrants who have an accent. So they're like, how can we make it hard for them to pronounce? And that's what. And G6, I feel like G5, G6, and G7. You know what? Let's use those colors. Or maybe, hear me out. Okay, G5, G9, G7, G5, G7. I found it, and then G9. Where's G9? G9, G9, G9. Found it. Okay, let's use these three. I just feel like. But then how are we gonna use it? Yeah, good question, good question. How do we combine them? I'm also readjusting my seat. Okay, let's see. Maybe we do this like, okay, so let's start with, what is this? G9. I don't think I've ever used this. The tip of this is gonna be, yeah, it's hard. So, when you first get your markers and you haven't used them, the tip of them, on like right here, it's just usually really hard. And the more you keep using it, the more they soften. And again, you can take that out of context, but just don't take it out of context. Jeez, keep your head straight. Come on. And then for the other one, I'm using G7. That's a nice little contrast. And you know what? I think that works. And I like that. Okay. And I also gave myself a manicure. What everyone used? I think G5, right? Did we use G5? Yes, we did not. I mean, no, we did not. Okay, I like this. I mean, these are colors we never usually use, and you know, you should think about these colors really hard. Like, memorize these colors because you probably never see them again. Okay, it looks like a cozy sweater, you know, like that sweater that's like wool. That's what it reminds me of. It's probably not dry enough, but I want to speed up this process. Okay, and then G7. I have to be honest with you though, I think G7 I actually really like, so that might be a color you might see again. Because why not? Yeah, this definitely feels like. Am I using the right one? G5, yep. This definitely feels like a fleece, like a wool material. Awesome. One to go. Imagine I changed my mind. I'm like, well, this is it, guys. No, I'm kidding. We'll do the other one too. I think the other one, I might have one or two that I have picked out. I don't know. I don't remember. Okay, this one. What do we do with this one? We've used yellow, blue. We haven't really used red. So maybe trying to incorporate some sort of red. And I don't mean like the rose red or whatever. Maybe to like R2, like vermilion. That's what it's called. Where's R2? I found it. I still can't believe I used the wrong shape, but I feel like it works. Okay, it's all meant to be. It's meant to be. Okay. So R2 for what? For the flowers or for the base? Yeah, for the base. R2 for the main color of the base, but then let me do it a swatch properly, okay? obviously a vivid reddish purple. This is not, if you tell me this is a vivid reddish purple, you're out of your mind. This is not purple. Do you think this is purple? If you have your eyes closed, don't open them. They're not purple. It's not purple. You're on my side. You're good. You can't. Yeah, whatever. You know what? You know what? What if P1? P1. Did we use P1? I don't remember. Yeah. Okay. So those two. Yeah, those two. For this, and then what color for G2? Okay. Did we use G2 yet? I feel like we used it for the first one. Maybe. No, we did not. I don't know. And then for the flowers, I actually have no clue. So the flowers are gonna come in the. Did we use G2? Did we use it here? No, that looks like G1 too. Yeah, I actually don't know. So okay, so let's do that, and then let's start with the P1. We haven't used P1, right? I don't remember us using it, so. Oh, and I have to do laundry today, so, it should only be one load though, so that should be fine. Okay. There's that. Now let's do the whole reason why I started this. No, yeah, that's good. I think that works, right? Do you think so? I don't know. I think on a shocking turn of events, these two might be my favorite. I don't know which one are yours, but if it's this, you're wrong. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. What color should those flowers be? I keep adjusting myself because my knees are giving up on me. Flowers. I don't know. You know, maybe something like Y4 we haven't used. Where's Y4? Give me Y4. I need to see it. Sure. Y4, maybe Y1. Okay. I think we used Y1, but that's okay. Maybe, okay, Y3 then. If we used Y1, then give me Y3. Oh, my knee is bugging. Y3, there we go. Two very light colors. I don't know if that's gonna go well. Okay, so that's one. I'm adjusting myself, so apologies for that. I'm trying to keep this video as minimal amount of editing as possible. And then what is this? This is Y5, I think, right? Yeah, Y4. Okay, it's not that bad. Let's finish shadowing. Awesome. And then let's finish this. Great. And P1. Awesome. Cool. So these are all of them. I think they're fine. Here's the bag. Okay. This looks so funny. Bag-wise, this is my favorite. But this is so funny. And then that's the front. Beautiful. I'm gonna put that 6. That's it. That's it. So that's that. And then I'm gonna bring in the Garden Corners one. The favorite child of the moment. So for this one I have 2 picked, and I don't know, let's do what we did for the other one. Let's scroll through each page. I know you like that, so I don't want to take that away from you. I think I was trying to keep it on the same. Oh, this is one of them. Okay, well, this is not speaking to me. This is. Yeah, we'll do that another time. Let's do this together now. Let me see if you can see. Yes, you can. Oh, you remember this? This is the first thing we did together, I think. From this book. I'm clicking. Okay. Just making sure that this is focused. Alright, now I'm adjusting myself on my seat and bringing myself closer. Now this is a lot of elements, I know. And a lot of uncertainties because am I supposed to color this back or no? Because it doesn't really have like a stop. Have I done something like that before? No, so what the hell am I supposed to do? Well, the first things first. Alright, let's start with the trunk, okay. Or maybe let's start with the top. What should this greenery be? And if you're saying GY2, you're speaking. No, I'm kidding. I do love GY2. You know I love. Okay, maybe G2. But I feel like, okay, so let's save GY2 for the grass green. Okay, I hear you. Loud and clear. I hear you. I'm gonna put GY2 here so I don't pick it. Okay, GY2 is gonna be for the grass green, but then up top here, what should it be? Or should we make it the same? No. Yeah, no. What do you think? Same color, up and down, Okay, no, okay, fine. So let's do G2 then. G2, yeah, G2. I'm only being quiet because I haven't done this in such a long time, so I'm trying to concentrate. Okay. I'm gonna make this leaf this color. Oh, I make that leaf a different color. Like a darker green. Oh my god, my cat. If you hear that in the background, she's meowing. I do not know why she's food. She's fine. I think she just thinks she's alone. She's gonna stop soon. I hate when she does that. She's literally fine. She's just old. Awesome. So let's just do. We're gonna do PG1 or 2. PG2. PG2 for the other one. I don't know why I said it so. PG2. There we go. Whoa. So I forget how dark this is. And also because I think I've used this so much before, the tip of it is very soft. So I have to be extra careful when like yes, yes, you can take that out of context, but do not make that a drinking game. If you're under 21, you drink milk. If you're over 21, you drink whatever you want. And I don't want to hear it, oh, if I'm under 21, why should I drink milk? Why can't I choose? Because you can. I'm kidding. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry properly before we do any sort of shading. Let me get this out of the way. There we go. And let's focus, the inside. I feel like the inside of the trunk should be a lighter shade, but I don't want a rose beige. I hate that rose beige. Salmon pink doesn't go well. I love a mahogany. Maybe like a mahogany and a BR2. So mahogany is Y11, I think, right? No, it's Y12. Y12 for mahogany, and then BR2. I have to use BR2. I think that's the best shade of brown that there is, like, in the coloring. Markers, Jesus. Being incorrect left and right here. Yeah, I really like that. I think, yeah. So, right here where it's like cut, I'm going to do BR2. Because I feel like when you cut wood, the inside of it is obviously lighter than the outside, right? At least logic would say that, but I don't know. So there's that. Is there anywhere else where I could use that? No. No, okay. So I'm gonna have that up there, and then where do I'll start here. I'm not gonna lie to you, mushrooms. What do try to keep them a little different. I don't know. Some of them like this, some of them like. Yep. Oh, there's like a fruit fly close to me. Jeez. Yeah, but what do we do here? Maybe something like right here. Okay. There's that on that green. And then let's use the other green. It dries so nicely. I mean, remember how like dark shade it was before? Beautiful. Oh, I'm an idiot. I used Y12 for that instead of. I've never done that. I mean, it doesn't genuine. It doesn't. I mean, okay, let's just go over it, I guess. I've never done that before, but I don't think it looks bad necessarily. It's so dark that you really can't tell. Gee, I don't even. That's the first time I've done that. It's mine. It'll dry. It's okay. Forgive me, please. Okay, then I'm just gonna try to do some like shading here, I guess. Okay, there's that. Okay. So I feel like this vine should be green, just because it just makes sense to me. But I want it to be like a GY1, like a light color of green. I'm sure when it dries, it's gonna be lighter. Great. Okay. The strings for this. I actually don't know because I feel like it depends on. Obviously, we're gonna do what I want for the middle. You already know that. And let's make that pink because that's what it's saying to me. But what type of pink? Let's do. I used R1 last time, didn't I? I kind of want to use R12 now. Or no, I think I used R12 last time. I don't know which way. I'm gonna use R1. Yeah, it was R1. These are like such perfect rounds. I don't know how to explain it, but it's pleasant to it was pleasant. And then for the pillow, let's make it like P3. For some reason, P3 is really speaking to me. Okay. And the cushion, part of me wants to make it this green, the same green that we do. The cushion meaning like where you sit. Seat cushion, whatever it's called. And I'm feeling a little bit cheeky, so I'm gonna do this for that, and then this for this. I feel like I like that. the same thing that I did for this, but for here. So BR2 for the inside. I hope this BR2, I barely checked. Yes. The BR2 for the inside. And then mahogany for the outside. Pick up what I'm putting down. That's awesome. And then while I have you here, let's do some shadows. Trying to figure out where else. Honestly, I feel like that's good enough. Maybe like one here. Off here, I guess. Yeah. So that's good enough for that. And then let's yeah, there's that. Which one's yeah, this. I feel like that's only really the appropriate part to do that, and then let's do that. awesome. And then, okay, I thought this had started. It said 2 minutes, and then I was like, "There's no way I've been filming for 2 minutes." But it says an hour and 2 minutes. Okay, Jesus Christ, it gave me a scare. Okay. What am I? Do I need this here? Probably right here. Great. That was PR2 that I just used. And then going back with Y11 mahogany. Putting that back now, and then where was this? Yep, this is R8. Pick the wrong side of R8. I hate it. There we go. Awesome. What do you think these are? Beautiful. Those are 8. My gosh. There we go. And then I usually do an R18 or R19. I want to do R19 for, if I can freaking find it. I see R21. Where's R19? Ladies, where are you hiding R19 from me? R24, 12, R19, R19, R19. I'm worried I've put it in the wrong place because I can't freaking find it. I didn't pull it out. No, I didn't. R19 is this shade. It's barely beige. At least should be here. I haven't used it for anything else. Okay, let's see. R24, R23, R16, R21, R13, R14. What R was it? 19, 12. 19 used the wrong space. Yep. 19 and 20 are both in the wrong places. I knew it. There we go. Gorgeous. This was G2 that I used for this. Yep, it was great. I'll put that back now. I don't need this. I think these two are done. Let me go to GY2. Oh, I think my dad is home. Or a stranger just broke in my house. Is this car outside? No. I have to move my car too. Well, if this car is not outside, then a stranger definitely just broke in my house. Oops. Or maybe it was my cat doing something. I'm acting too chill about this. It's okay. If it's my time, it's my time. And at least I'm going out with you. I'm actually scaring myself a little right now, but it's okay. crashing because I need to check out what that noise was. And move my car, of course. Here we go. I honestly, I love this. I think this went really well, and I'm happy. I like when I reuse colors like within a painting. It's because it's so hard to like, I don't know. It's just hard to think of color combinations. And if you already like what's going on here, and then you just spread it out everywhere else, it just makes it so much easier to grasp. Especially paintings that are like this difficult. For me, they're difficult because I like the ones that are like so simple, and this is simple, but not as simple as normally. Let's take a look at the back together. Yeah, that's gorgeous, and I love how like it's just like that. Yeah, that's beautiful. And that's the front. Okay, let's look at that again, because I was gonna do my outro, but like I actually really like this. Let me know, do you like this or not? But oh, we forgot this. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. I'm so happy we got to catch up, and we're back to normal. I'm gonna have a normal, a better schedule starting Memorial Day. I usually get Fridays. It's something called Summer Fridays, where you can stop working at 1. If your work allows it. Work allows it, I mean like if you have your affairs in order. So I should be able to film more consistently. With that being said,